Hello guys! In the last video, we talked about the man in the middle attack. Today we will talk about a very powerful network scanning tool called Nmap. If you are an IT, cyber defender, or network administrator, this video is for you. We will try almost all Nmap commands that you will use. First thing, Nmap stands for Network Mapper. It helps you to explore networks, discover devices, and gathering valuable information about your network. Nmap uses special signals called packets. It sends these packets to discover all devices in this network. Then it waits for response. Then it analyzes this response. So after analyzing the response, Nmap can tell you which devices are up and what's the operating system that is running on these devices. And finally, what's the services that they are open for communication. What can I do with Nmap? First thing, network discovery. You can discover all the devices that are in your network. Second, operating system detection. Nmap can detect which operating system that is running on these devices. Third, port scanning. It can scan for open doors. These doors are like gateways for specific services. Fourth, security auditing. Nmap can check if your network has any weaknesses that hacker can exploit. Fifth, firewall testing. Nmap can test if your security measures are working correctly. And now let's see what can I do with Nmap.
Now I will cover some of the essential and commonly used Nmap commands. First of all, we need to know what's our IP. So we need to open the terminal ifconfig. This is our IP. And we need to see the host IP. Let's go to the Windows server. We will open command prompt and ipconfig/all. This is our IP address. And now we need to perform Nmap on this host. We will write the first and the simplest Nmap command. Nmap. Now we are performing Nmap command on the Windows server. We can see Nmap didn't detect the host. That's because it's blocking our ping probes. So we need to write no ping command dash capital letter P and then N. This option skips the host discovery stage, so it came with all the open ports. We can search for specific port by performing this command. We need to write dash p, then we need to write the port that we are scanning to. So for example, let's take this port. We specify a single port and we can specify a range of ports or a combination of both. If we need to search for multiple ports, we need to separate with comma. For example, we will take port 88. Now we can see it scans both ports. If we need to perform scan for all TCP ports, we need to write dash p dash enter. Now this command will scan all 65,000 TCP ports. It will take time. To see the progress, we can click enter. See, 96%. Get all the open ports from 0 to 65,000 ports. All these are open ports on the target host. We can perform service and version detection by writing this command s capital V enter. This command enables service and version detection, which helps identify the type and version of the running services on the target server. And here, because we already installed Active Directory, we see that LDAP service is running. Now we will learn how we can detect the operating system on the target host. We need to write dash capital O. This command requires root privilege, so we need to write the same command, but we need to write before it sudo. It detects that the operating system is Microsoft Windows, but it's guessing which Windows is installing in this asset. So don't rely on Nmap for everything. It's just an assistant. And now we need to perform an aggressive scan. The same command, but we need to write dash capital A. The aggressive scan option combines OS detection, version detection, script scanning, and trace route all in one command. To know how does Nmap works, we can see here that Nmap sent send packets, like it's going to open real connection and wait for response. A send act indicates the port open, like sending these packets to the service to all ports and waiting for response. If it responds, so we know that this port is open, and if no responses is received after several retransmissions, the port is marked as filtered. This aggressive scan finished, and we can see trace route result, host script results, ports, and a lot of information about our host. Now we will learn how to scan multiple targets. For example, let's take our host IP config. That's all. This is our IP. We will write our IP. It gives us all open ports on these both targets. If we need to perform Nmap scanning for the whole network to discover all devices in specific network, we need to write slash and the subnet mask. You can combine these commands to perform your customized Nmap scanning. It found these three IP addresses in our network. And finally, if we need to perform Nmap scanning and store the results in a text file, we need to write this command -on and capital letter, for example output.txt. We can open and see our text file. All results are in this text file.
Happy network scanning and thank you for watching. See you in the next videos.